share some really neat stories with us. He does mission work in South America. He's also an author, I believe a writer. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Jay.
Okay. Kirsten and I got married in 1979. We farmed for 10 years in Indiana and felt called to go to the mission field. That is a neat story, but I'm not going to tell that one tonight. So we went to Brazil for 5 years and to run a camp and also help with the accounting office, do what needed to be done, not knowing what we would do after that. But after that, God guided and we were able to put together an investor group. They bought land in central Brazil. We moved up there and worked with the farmers who were up there and raised soybeans and cattle. We did that for 10 years up there, and we cleared it. Not sure. Legally you could clear half of your land, so you have to get a bunch of licenses, and it's all geo-referenced with satellites. And if you clear a tenth of an acre more than you're supposed to clear, it's a terrible fine. So it's very, very well controlled. I don't know if there are places where it's not, but every place I know about it's very well controlled. But anyway, we got to the place where we planted 5,400 acres of soybeans, and we had a couple thousand acres of pasture for the cattle. And then the investor group kind of wanted to sell that and do it again up in northern Brazil, which we did. And we moved up there in 2005, or we bought land in 2005. And we still farmed in Mato Grosso in central Brazil for a while. We did both. And so we've been up there since that time. Now, what's going on now in our lives as far as mission work goes, I told about the farming part of it, but we have always worked with Brazilian farmers. Farmers are a hard group of people to work with. Tell me about it.
All of us here in the rural Nash, Oklahoma, we know the farmers have, kind of been set in their ways, right?
Yeah.
And it's like great-grandfather said, this is how we do it, and grandfather passed that on, and so on and so forth. Hadn't been a whole lot of evolution at our family farm in Carrier, so I can tell you, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. They are independent. They are self-sufficient. They know how to do things, multiple things. If something doesn't work, they have another plan they'll try. If that doesn't work, they'll go to another plan. Some problems that farmers have are very large problems. A lot of times it's financial, both here and there. You don't know each year what's going to be the outcome. And that's how it is in Brazil too. These farmers are not like, here in America, we kind of have a greater heritage, Christian heritage, than they do in Brazil. So the farmers don't have relatives or neighbors who are Christians or something like that. And many of them might say they are Catholic, but they never go to church, or they go a couple times a year. And so when they hit difficult times, they are ripe for ministry. And so we have taken people out to eat and prayed with them at the restaurant because we know they're going broke. They might go broke if something doesn't go right. And led Bible studies, invited them. A farmer will go to a Bible study at our house sometimes when they won't go to church, they won't go to a Bible study in somebody else, but an American farmer inviting them, well, maybe they would go to that, And so I understand what they do because I'm involved. I'm not a pastor, not a preacher. I am a layman, but There's only one thing that's important to Kirsten and I, and that is to serve God. If he says to do something, if we know what God wants us to do, there is no doubt but what we're going to do it. We're going to do it.